So let's see that how we can load our MCP server into Claude Desktop so that we can use it and test it. And you can do that with few simple steps. First, open a terminal or command prompt if you use Windows, and make sure that you are not in your Python virtual environment, assuming that you have used Python. And if you do use Python, type which MCP. If you get a path to MCP CLI that is not in your virtual environment, then just copy it into clipboard. If you don't get any paths at all, or the path is in your virtual environment, then you can just do pip install MCP with CLI dependency. Run this so that it gets installed in your global Python library as well. So now that I have this path, I can copy it. Then I go to where Claude Desktop is installed. So we already know how to find where Claude Desktop is installed. And if you remember, to install the weather MCP server, we created a file called claude_desktop_config.json. Open it in Visual Studio Code or whatever IDE that you use. In here, you just clone your weather MCP server and paste it under something called, for example, greetings. I called it greetings because for this example, I want to use the tool that we created and we named it greetings. So the command will be path to your MCP executable file, and then arguments will be run, and then full path or absolute path to your server.py file. If you want to provide environment variables, you can do that as well. Why you need to provide environment variables? If you need to pass any parameters to your server.py, it has to be through environment variables. For example, if your server.py connects to an external API, and to do that it needs API key, then you need to provide the API key as an environment variable. And to do that, you can just simply say env, and then, for example, say API_key, and then put the key in here. If you have more, then you just add more. And then you save this file. Once the file is saved, launch Claude Desktop. So this is Claude Desktop. If you click on this icon, you will see greetings in here, and it should be enabled by default. If you don't see it in here, something is wrong with your config. For example, MCP is not found, or there is an error in server.py, something like that. Try to run it locally, and if there is a bug, fix the bug, and then it will appear here. Now I can enter a prompt. For example, I can say, my name is Arif, give me a personalized greetings message. So now Claude Desktop will look at the MCP servers, and from their annotations will understand that which MCP server can do this job for me. And as you can see, it says greetings can do that for you. Should I run it? I say allow once, and then it knows my name. It creates a message, sends it to the server, and then he says, hello Arif. So this is basically the message that the server is returning. And then because it's clever, it can add more messages to that. Now, if the tool was more complex, obviously it would do more complex things.